Good morning. My name is Landon Krigler, and I want to talk to you today about price versus value. Is there a difference? Well, sure there is, and you probably understand that. But when we're talking to a seller, maybe we have to explain this a little better in the future. This video should help you in that matter. So let's talk about price versus value. Now, I don't know much about pearls, but I was looking on the internet and I saw a pearl that was worth 100, or at least the estimated value was $139,000. It's called the beauty of the ocean. It's huge. But for our purposes, we're going to say that you can hold that pearl in your hand. Now, how do you judge the value of a pearl? I didn't know. I've got a jeweler friend of mine. Oh, he was so excited to tell me about the symmetry, the texture, the color, all of these things that go into estimating the value of a pearl, almost like 2 baths, 4 bedrooms, and so forth for a house, if we want to correlate it to a house. Now, I know how a pearl is formed. An oyster or something similar gets a particle of sand or normally a parasite within it, and it coats that irritation with what we might call snot. I better not say that. Let's call it mucus. I don't want to get banned again from different places, so we'll just call it mucus. But when it hardens, it forms a nice shell and protects that oyster from the irritation. It keeps doing it. The older it gets, the bigger that actual pearl becomes. And so if that pearl detaches and it continues, then normally it will be more round and it gives it more value. So this pearl is called the beauty of the ocean. And we're going to pretend that it's this big in my hand. It'll fit in my hand. I can hold it. But I want you to think about this scenario. You've got the beauty of the ocean pearl in your hand, worth $139 million. And you've got a branch, basically a stick, but it's attached to a firm tree. You, Mr. Homeowner, Mr. Seller, are standing in front of me, but you're in quicksand and you're sinking to your death. And I offer you a choice: the $139 million beauty of the ocean pearl, or this valueless branch. Which are you going to take? Well, of course, you're going to take the branch. The pearl will actually speed up your demise. So value depends on your circumstances. Closer to home, what happened when there was no toilet paper during COVID-19, the initial stages? The stores were empty. Would you pay more? Did the value of toilet paper go up? Yes. You know, in real estate, the conditions can change dramatically. And I'm going to show you how you can demonstrate this to the seller. And we're going to share our screen with you right now. And I'm going to show you. This is a simulated HP calculator. So we're going to say the home that you are dealing with has a seller estimated value. Maybe you've done your CMA, and right now the value is $400,000. So we changed sign there because we got money going out, and we're going to say it's a 30-year. Excuse me. Let me go back. 400,000. We got to enter it in here. 400,000. We change that, and then we make that the present value. I forgot how to do this. Now, it's going to be a 30-year loan. We're going to multiply that times 12. And we're going to go to GN. That's 360. Now, we're going to say the interest rate right now is 3%. There we go. So what is our monthly payment? $1,686.42. That's just principal and interest. That's pretty good, isn't it, for a $400,000 home? What if interest rates change to 5%? Remember, it's at 3% now. We go from 5 GI. What is our present value now with the same payment? And that's what the person is interested in, correct? Remember, our value is 400,000. What is it at 5%? $314,000. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, if interest rates go up to 5%, you have lost, literally, if you're selling it now, $85,000. Perceived value. Now, it doesn't have anything to do with your love of this home, that your children were born here, that you have it just right. You have lost that by outside circumstances, much like that quicksand. The market has gone into quicksand mode, and this can change at any moment. So what I'm recommending to you is that we place this home a little bit below our estimated value, our CMA, and we've shown you the comparables here. Now, what may happen here is that at this moment, the market is good, and we could get a bidding war. We're getting multiple offers, but we first got to get them in. It's just like an auction. The more people you have there, the higher the price of that item is going to be bid up if you've got competition. So initially we can draw them in, and that might be the real price. So let's price it 5% below what we've said. What do you say? Well, I don't know about that, Landon. I want to put it at the market value. We won't go above. Normally we go above, but we're going to compromise a little bit. I think this might be the best strategy for you to go. I really wish you'd go ahead and do this at 5% below what we've talked about. I could be off a little bit. No. We want to stick. Okay. But let's do this. If we haven't gotten an offer in 2 weeks, then let's reduce it to the 5%. Would that be okay? Okay. So you compromise, but you get your price in writing on the listing agreement. There is a tremendous difference between price and value. And I saw the market change in 2008. We were doing mortgages, and the whole industry collapsed. Other than cash, there was no value to houses if you couldn't get financing. So it was a drastic change. It almost went down to here in the quicksand. So I know things can change dramatically, and they can improve too. But if you're needing to move, do you want to take a chance on that happening? Let's get this thing sold. What do you say? So that is the way to differentiate between price and value. It is the circumstances that determine the true value of something. And really, a pearl has very little intrinsic value. You can't eat it. It's not a tool. Even a diamond can be used as a tool. And you know what? My friend told me that men rarely buy pearls. You've never heard this on a movie. I'm sorry. Well, the victim was a 35-year-old male. He was 6 foot tall. He weighed 225 pounds, and he was decked out in pearls. Very rarely see that. So maybe men might be more practical. That doesn't mean better. But to me, if I couldn't sell that pearl, if I couldn't get 139 million, you couldn't give it to me. I'd rather have a cat's eye marble that I used to shoot when I was a boy. It has more value to me. But I know that's foolish. If I wouldn't do that, I'd go to my friend and get an appraisal. And then I'd buy it at half price if I could, or even less. So price and value are different. And circumstances many times determines the value of a home. So I hope this video has helped you. You can use these things or something similar. Tell a story about the person, maybe real, that had to give up something to save their life. Well, we don't want to be that dramatic maybe, but it makes a point. To save your home, you may have to do something a little more drastic, or to save your opportunity that you have now to move somewhere else where you want to be. So if you like this, they say to tell you to like it, and then we'll hopefully have some more videos if they let me do this. So thank you for watching our video today.